I made it. I apologize, guys. Been watching the weigh-ins. Obviously, I kept my eye on it as I was setting up here. Everybody looked good. Gregor obviously makes 156. Looks good. That guy's a wrestler through and through, so you know he's going to be making the weight regardless. Carson Harris looked great on the scale. Amanda Hebus looked great on the scale. Junior Park looked good too. Ludovic Klein hopping on the scale. I ain't doing no graphics today. I'm just trying to chill out and have a good time with you guys. So, it is what it is. Ludovic Klein, I guess I gotta fix it in terms of how I'm pronouncing it. But he looks good. Yeah, Ludovic Klein is quite jacked. Miss Waterson, let's see what she weighs in at. Probably didn't have to cut much at all here. $125. I'm very intrigued to see what's her face looks like. Marina Rodriguez. Christian Aguilar probably. Well, I guess he's 1-1 in the UFC right now, so I won't say it's his final walk to the UFC scales. Looks in good shape. So far, so good. Shev hopping on the scales. Remember when he came in on short notice and looked quite bad? We're finally seeing a better version of himself, and God, what a fail at wearing that mask. Is what it is. $125. 125 and a half for Adeshev. Looks in great shape. Obviously, much better than what we saw him in his UFC debut. Looked good last time, too, but obviously, stylistically, not a great matchup for him against Mudarji. But I think that size wise and everything here, good matchup for him against Benoit, as long as Benoit is not successful in taking the fight to the ground. All right, let's see what Angie Overkill Hill looks like. I've been tooting her horn this whole week. Looks as Angela Hill normally looks. 116. Look at my guy Jeremy O'Neill in the chat, trying to be a smart man. All right. Marina Rodriguez. Looks good coming to the scale. As you guys know, she only got into Vegas yesterday due to visa issues and all that. Breathing a little heavy. 125 and a half. Not saying she looked bad, but out of everybody that stepped on the scale, she looked the least confident and the least, the least comfortable on the scale. Phil Hawes coming in with that, what is that, a platinum colored haircut, a silver haircut? 186. Mr. Phil Hawes looking jacked as always. Surprised with the hair color choice, but it is what it is. Kyle Dawkins headed to the scale. Big, lanky motherfucker. I believe that's his brother that's with him as well. Dawkins has such a weird frame, but he makes it work. Strength and courage tattooed on his biceps. Looked good on the scale to me. Morona hopping on the scale. Short notice fight for him. As you guys know, he was supposed to go up against, Cowboy was supposed to fight Diego Sanchez. Morona joins his two Fortis MMA fighters. Hops on the scale here. 170.5. Breathing a little on the scales too, but again, is what it is. Big Ben Rothwell headed to the scales. Looking as Big Ben Rothwell normally does. Maybe a tad slimmer. Still comes in at the heavyweight limit. God damn. Such a big dude. Stupid how big he is. What do we got next? Maybe a possible lull here. All right, looks like we got a bit of a slowdown. Let's see what the chat is saying. Actually, first and foremost, let's see how many fighters actually even hit the scale so far. So, in rapid succession, within 10 minutes, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 out of the 24 fighters. So we got 10 more fighters to go. Let's see who makes us wait the longest today. Last week, it was Luana Carolina. Misses the mark by 2.5 pounds. Still ends up getting the win. All right, let's see what the chat is saying here. My guy Ian Winston, Ludovic Klein looking jacked. Yes, he does. Justin Villegas is saying that code for too much smoke and drink Lachlan ideas. Too early for me to be doing that right now. I got some work that I need to do. I'll be doing a Bellator live stream for you guys at 3 p.m. today, doing a quick breakdown of the card from bottom to top. Nothing crazy in depth like my actual UFC ones, but I still want to give you guys some thoughts on that card. And then tonight, obviously, I have that the Ultimate Weigh-In Show. My guy Newsome MMA from MMA Play 365 is going to be on it. My guy Notorious Picks. And then lastly, my guy AJ Sholo will be on it. I'm trying to solidify my lineup for next week's big pay-per-view card. Trying to give you guys a big lineup there. Hoping I can announce it tonight on the Ultimate Weigh-In Show. But no promise. We'll see what happens. Isaac Katao saying she looks good. I got her locked as a dog. I'm assuming that you mean Waterson. Narco Cop saying I saw Christian's Instagram page. He looks to be in the best shape of his career. Yeah, he looks great. Buffalo on the beat. Smash the like. Yes, that would be greatly appreciated. Justin Villegas saying, so did the guy tap to Fabrice Verdum last night? Yes, he did. He absolutely tapped. Did Verdum let go like he said he did? No, he didn't. He squeezed even tighter. A. Loomis is saying, I'm all over Hill this week. Yep. Me too. Isaac Katoa got Waterson by decision. My guy, Baby Yoda predictions in the chat. What's going on, my guy? Buffalo on the beat saying the only marinara. You got me to say it even before I got to the joke. The only marina I trust is marinara sauce. Brian Anthony saying she didn't have the same energy Michelle had. I'd have to agree there. Justin Villegas calling Phil Hawes Melvin Gillard. Yeah. But Melvin Gillard didn't go to that color, right? Melvin Gillard went blonde. I don't recall him having that type of silver, white, platinum type color. Ian when significant money has come in on Autoshev looking at best fight odds, yeah. Again, I said on the Propping You Up show last night with Cody that I wouldn't be surprised if Adashev ends up going off as the favorite here. We'll see. Just a Villegas thing. You looking like you got an ET body. I think you're talking about Dawkins. Yeah. Isaac Katoa, his brother, can make some noise in the heavyweight division, but he needs to hurry before he gets any older. Yeah, but then again, you can get away with being older in the heavyweight division. By the way, shout out to Isaac Katoa's avatar there. Love me some Office. Love me some Dwight Schrute. Brian Anthony Morono doesn't look like an MMA fighter on the scales. I agree. Buffalo on the beat. I saw Morono do the chicken dance from a cowboy head kick in a dream last night. Could be a sign. Could come through. Ryan, aka Bag, saying the crochet boss is about to look in the best shape of his life. I'm guessing 235. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what he hops on the scale at. Because yeah, he IG wise, he looked great. He looks to be in solid shape. Do I still trust him? Go out there and get the win? Probably not. But we'll see what happens. John Hess in the chat. What's going on, buddy? A bag of cans. One saying, how did Clint's dad get on? He looked as he normally does. Makes the heavyweight limit. King Dizzle in the chat. A. Loomis saying, I could never bet Cowboy at this stage. I could bet him at this stage if he's going up against guys like Morono. Not saying I have a bet on him tomorrow night, but I wouldn't hesitate to bet on him as much as most people are making it sound. Justin Villegas, I apologize, Mon. All shot talk. George is saying Angela Hill paying tribute to Khabib with the hairline. I love it. Have they all weighed in yet? Nope. We got about 10 more fighters to go. About better saying, Suplock, do you do Diego Drama? Do I do Diego Drama? Are you talking about Sanchez and stuff? Yeah, I don't really care about it, to be honest. Everything that needs to be said about it has been said. Ben, what up, Lock? I parlayed Stotts, like it. Archuleta, like it. Cowboy, Morono. All right, let's see. Oh, Benoit is being carried to the scale. Not a good look. Okay, immediately bet Adashev. Wow, that is the worst I've ever seen somebody getting on a scale. Oh, yeah. Call the fight off. Wow. Wow. I've never seen anybody look that bad on the scale. He's literally fought. Wow. Call the fight off. Don't even let him weigh in. Wow, that is insane. I've never seen that. Other than the Yulia Stoliarenko thing, but she walked to the scale herself under her own yeah, that was horrible decision making. Yeah. No duh, John Anik. No duh. Wow, that was bad. That was so bad. Yeah. Sorry for anybody that got proper plus money on Adashev, but that was so bad. That's almost infuriating. They're even going to weigh him in on the scale in the back. Are you kidding me? What is going on? Wow. That was absolutely horrible. Are you kidding me? That is insane. Nick West, Gillespie, Cerrone, Parlay, not bad. I apologize, but I want to get caught up with the chat here. I apologize for anybody that I'm skipping over here. Yeah, Brian Anthony, Benoit can't walk. He's stumbling. A. Loomis needs help to the scale. He looks terrible. Yeah, man. Why are they doing this? Yeah, it was so cringe. Not even cringe. I feel bad for the guy. That was not a good look at all. Good Lord. And I guarantee you they're weighing him in the background right now. And of course they cover it up with the that's horrible. I bet you I know John Anik, and I know he doesn't feel good about this right now. Why they're doing this, I have no fucking idea. That is absolutely horrible. They're going to cancel it. There's no way they don't cancel it. Even if they don't cancel it, the UFC is going to get so much backlash. The Nevada State Athletic Commission is going to get so much backlash. Like, imagine if he goes out there and gets knocked the fuck out tomorrow, and how that could possibly fuck his life up, right? That is bad. That is so bad. Hey, Loomis, yeah, if you have to get walked out, you shouldn't fight. Not cool on the UFC part. Yeah, man. And then again, they're literally trying to prop him up on the fucking scale. God damn, that is absolutely insane. I'd be shocked if they don't call that fight off. Catherine Dixon subbing John Morgan for Ryan Benoit. They need at least half of John Morgan to be able to make that weight. Ryan Clune saying what happened, just jumping on. Go to the MMA Junkie Wayne live stream and then just wind about 5 to 10 minutes. They got Ryan Benoit coming onto the scale, literally carrying him to the scale and then trying to hold him up on the scale. And now it looks like they're trying to weigh him in the back, which is horrible. Justin Villagasling looked like when I helped my grandpa for his morning bathroom time. I know. That is insane. That is absolutely crazy. I'm pissed. I don't know why I'm so pissed. They should not have done that at all. Like, why even march him out that way? Yeah, I truly don't think I've ever seen anybody that bad on the scale. To that extent. Yulia Stoliarenko, obviously, that was very bad with her fainting. Oh, come on. They're bringing him out again? Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you guys? Come on. Call it off. What are you doing? I and he misses by 4 pounds. You think he's gonna go cut fucking 3 more pounds? That was so useless. That was absolutely wow. Wow. Absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. I can't. Yeah. I just feel shame on the NSAC. Like, yeah. I'm not even a doctor, and I can fucking tell you that that was not right. God damn, that was horrible. The NSAC is horrible. That was so bad. Why even give him the opportunity to weigh in again, especially if he knows that, or I'm assuming him and his coaches knew he was going to miss weight by 3 pounds. So why even weigh in? God, I'm, oh, I'm so disgusted. Let's get another fighter on the scale so we don't have to see that fucking shit again and I can get over it. Good Lord, that was bad. Good Lord, that was bad. Brian Anthony, I feel you, my brother. I feel you. Justin Villegas saying MMA lock on night just to jump to minus 400. The person who bumped him today plus 1,000. Yeah. Catherine Dixon, this should be fucking illegal. I agree. Narco Cop, my guy Mike Yunan. Can't believe the idiots behind this. Yep, so bad. Alexander Ryan, can't see the wins. Can you please explain what? I'm hoping that you figured it out by what I've been saying right now. Cannot believe that. Yep, Narco Cop on the head. LV Commission should be ashamed of themselves. Nick West, his team is wrong on every level. Exactly. I agree. Yeah, I noticed that too. Ben saying, the fuck is this dude playing with his lanyard? Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Talk about comedic relief, eh? Narco Cop saying, if they try that hard to get him on the scales, mean they will let this fight go off. I'd be very surprised if they let this fight go off. Very, very surprised. AA saying entirely athletic commission in control of allowing that to happen. Exactly. It's all in the athletic commission. Absolutely. Gotta believe they canceled that. There they go. They've called the fight off. They've called the fight off. Good Lord. That was so bad. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna let that fight go on. God damn. I feel for anybody that had a ticket on Adeshev. I thought you were getting a pretty good price on it, but I didn't have the balls to bet it myself. Damn, that was bad. It got me heated. I've never been so heated at a weigh-in before. But like, come on, we're humans. Do we have another case of that? Not to mention, he missed by 3 pounds. Must have been a tough weight cut, or he just did not manage it well at all. Waleed Raib, what was the point of weighing him in? In some crazy world, they could have let that fight continue, and at least he weighed in to give him a weight. Dylan R saying, I would rather watch a vicious KO than a KO by weight cut. It's so uncomfortable to watch. Absolutely agree. Like you're seeing somebody on their last legs being carried to the scale to fucking make weight. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Narco Cop, when you see him like that the first time, why make him go back and weigh in when you know you're calling the fight off anyways? Yeah. No shit. Horrible call from the NSAC to even make him go on the second time. First time, I kind of get it. But then as soon as he stepped on the scales, the fact that you have to like, by the way, shout out to whoever had that, bringing a new meaning to propping you up. Hilarious joke. I'm sorry I missed that in the chat, and sorry I didn't highlight that. But yeah, they were literally propping him up. Horrible. Mitchell Hooper in the chat. Love you for stopping by, buddy. Oscar Ortega asking what happened. I'm assuming he just hopped in. Ryan Benoit was literally carried to the scales. Couldn't even stand up straight on the scales, shaking, wobbling. They took him to the back. I don't know what they were doing back there, but after a couple minutes, they brought him back to the scale, looking the exact same way, and then they took him off the scale. He did weigh in at 129, missing weight by 3 pounds, and then shortly thereafter, they canceled the fight. So, yeah, that was bad. Ben Peak, I am happy they are calling off the Ryan fight, but I had Adeshev as a dog earlier this week. Dang it, I was so confident of that. Yeah, that's always the worst when it gets called off due to something like that and you don't get to see it play out. Oscar Ortega, let's go Cowboy, Gillespie, and Klein. Love from Peru. Shout out to my Peruvian brother. Evan Crawl, to hedge or not to hedge on all Angie Hill to finish off my 7-way, 1-9-way. Good luck. It was odd seeing UFC officials around him and not his team. I think it was, yeah, true, I guess. I don't know. That was weird. Usually they only bring one cornerman with them to the scales. Lot month, or do you mean lock of the month? Justin Villegas saying Weekend at Bernie's 3 starring Ryan Benoit. Exactly, right? It was that bad. That bad. That was insane. I still can't believe what we just saw. Oh, good Lord. George saying too soon, but great. Yeah. On here, it's never too soon. Depending on the circumstances, it seems like Benoit's going to be okay. I'm fine with that joke. Love me some dark humor. AA saying, you still back in the Iron Turtle? I am. And interesting storyline. We've yet to see Mr. Tefon Chukwi hit the scales. He did hit 185 last time around. This is going to be his second cut down to 185. Let's see if he can actually do it. But yeah, I still like Turtle, just as confident as I was earlier in the week. Am I betting on it? Not 100% sure. John Rashmo saying, any Bellator parlays? I apologize. If you're on a Patreon, you already know what I'm on for Bellator, not to mention what I already got parlayed. Belvedere saying, I don't think it was shameful. It was that shameful, odd, but not embarrassing. I thought it was shameful on the NSAC. Like, come on. You guys should know better than that. Daniel K. I believe this is my guy, Daniel Kraus. What was worse, the no-call tap last night or Benoit weigh-in? I got to say the Benoit weigh-in. That might be slightly biased because I had chump change on Fajera just for the hell of it and a hit. Mr. Neo Magni coming on in. looking in phenomenal shape as he always does. Propping himself up on the scale. Magny looks great. Ryan Sweet saying babyface up there like he's playing Mortal Kombat waiting for someone to finish him. You guys are so savage. Evan Crawl, dude looked like he drank some Mountain Dew all night and then woke up to walk to the scales. Justin Villegas, so did Verdum get robbed? It was tough on Peterson, man, to be in the position that he was to see that tap. I don't know. I thought it is what it is. I'm happy I cashed my Fajeda ticket, but it is what it is. Butler saying Karina Hamzat. If we see him land takedowns at will tomorrow, I'd be surprised. But I think he can put on good enough of a pace to mess around with Tufan's game plan. Catherine Dixon saying someone has to get fired from that UFC and NSAC. Somebody, I don't think anybody should get fired per se, but NSAC should definitely take something from that and be like, what the fuck, guys? Ben saying thoughts on Cowboy, Morono, Kibas Hill, Haas, Dalkis, Waterson, Rodriguez, all to not go the distance. Have that probably with Stotts, Archuleta. So I like Stotts and Archuleta. I think you're playing with some fire with the Cowboy, Morono, and Kibas Hill fights to not go to decision. I do like the Haas, Dalkis, and Waterson, Rodriguez fights to not go to decision, but I think Hill could knock her out. I think Morono is quite durable, so it'd be. I'd say the one that I'm least confident in on that parlay is the Cowboy Morono one. Aiden Lubin saying Patreon gang, let's go. We might even have 400 members by the next pay-per-view. We killing it, guys. We killing it. Shout out to all you guys. Terlansky is saying seems like everybody's on Archuleta for a good point, for a good reasoning. George saying my boy just weighed in. Good morning to you as well, Mr. Big Zomega. Cheshire Cat in the chat. What's going on, my guy? Buffalo on the beat saying, would you ever buy some UFC digital collectibles, NFTs? I got too much to worry about already. You know what I mean? I know they're money makers and all that type of shit. I just don't have the time nor the fucks to look into digital art and digital cards and all that type of shit. But good luck to anybody. DXJC not concerned about the band-aid on JYP's chest? Not really, to be honest. Magni is a consummate professional. Yep. Average Joe saying Anik looks like some hipster scared that just walked into the building. I love me some Anik. Keith Peterson was missing taps all night. That chick fight sitting down while found him tap during the guillotine. Interesting. I didn't see that fight. John Anik not happy. Yeah, I agree. Neil looks so bad. His last fight, I don't know if I can back him. I always feel like if I back the veterans too long, kick myself for not fading them sooner. I was one of those guys that's like, I'm probably never going to bet on Neil Magny again. But stylistically speaking, this is a completely different matchup, and I think it's a favorable matchup for him. George saying, how did Verdum manage to lose after the tap? He didn't even loosen up his triangle. No clue how he came back and smashed his face. Yeah, I think Henan tapped and then realized, wait, this isn't as tight as I thought it was, and then started going ham on his face. Simple as that. Nicola Wood BJJ saying, do you see Tufan Chukwi fight inside the distance? I don't. I think that goes all 15. 2D rolls. Should make a new rollout weigh-ins after this one? I agree. If you have to be carried to this go, you should not be weighing in. DXJC Keith Pearson was boozing and spoken before the fight. Probably. Barbecue chicken pizza or buffalo chicken pizza for lunch? I'd probably go with buffalo chicken pizza, and now you're making my stomach grumble. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have to grab something myself. T-Roll Peterson got that twitch. Chester Icat, which is more likely? Stroni gets a sub or a KO? I'd say KO is more likely. Wouldn't be surprised though with the club and sub, but I think the most likely outcome is Stroni by decision. AA saying, did you buy any of the Endeavor Holdings Group ER stock? I did not. Just check out. He says that he's been doing a lot of rolling. AAI technically own part of the UFC now. Don't kill me. Danny Lags is saying park managers were probably to cover staff. Pictures surfaced earlier last week. Yeah, I did see that as well earlier this week. Again, I'm not overly invested in that fight. I'm still going to keep my pick as Park. But yeah, that's not going to scare me off too much. Tristan Sherhouse, shout out. You like Michael Page? Yeah, I think he wins the fight. Not overly confident, but I do think he wins the fight. Have you shared this week's degenerate over-under parlay? That is for tomorrow's stream, Fight Day live chat, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's where I normally do the over-under parlay. So come on back tomorrow, and you guys will get it. MW looked thick as fuck. MW. Michelle Waterson, yeah. First time fighting at 125 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. Justin Villegas saying, I think chicken bacon on a white sauce pizza is the best. That sounds disgusting, my guy. I don't think I'll ever do anything other than tomato sauce on pizza. I see people do barbecue sauce, white sauce, like you're saying. I'll never order it, but if somebody brings it over to my house or if I go somewhere and somebody orders it, I'll give it a taste. But that does not sound good. Doesn't sound like that's how pizza should be made, to be honest. I could be completely wrong. We'll see. No, I was saying elite IQ tapping to escape sub and open up ground and pound. Yeah, exactly. With that and fight out. No gamble, no future. Neil fight, go the distance. I believe so. Logan Young is in the chat. I'm glad I could catch a live stream. Always a good day when you aren't using your webcam mic. Don't kill me. I always like double, triple check now. Like I'll always go to my settings. I'll always check out the audio settings and make sure that it's hooked up to my mixer. I'm so pissed that like for the first 30 minutes of that crazy good live stream that I had with the guys for the UFC 261 show, I was using the fucking webcam mic. That was such a bitch. I didn't invest fucking $500-$600 for this damn thing to not use it. MMA Genie in the chat is saying the KO Punch Podcast, a good nickname, or Knockout Punch Podcast? I'd rather go with KO Punch. Cheshire Cat, I remember that. Yep. Don't knock till try white sauce, just garlic and butter. That's all. All right. Again, I'm open to trying it, but I will say pre-taste or pre-eating, it doesn't sound that good. I'll give it a try though if somebody brings it to me. Tootie Roll, do you make the UFC projections on Sal's Patron? I do not. No, I don't do that. Will I eventually do it? Not even for Sal's Patreon? Maybe. I feel like I'm not in the DK world. I'm not in the DK world enough yet. Like I still need to engulf myself a little bit more there. I'm so invested in the betting side of things that I got to start giving some more time and credence to the DK side of things. I'm like doing just enough for DK. I got to do some more. Trelansky, I worked at Fancy yesterday that served barbecue chicken with onions and cilantro. Interesting. Better prop Cowboy by decision or in the distance? I think decision. I'm hoping more than a few get that. Nicola would. DXJC, Christian Aguirre looks like Dan Anderson with a beard. Yeah, I agree. MMA Genie thought of Submission Sunday, but it's already used by this bore on MMA News. Great name, I think. Matthew Moore, do you have a lock of the night for DK? I ended up going with Gregory Gillespie, but I think it's a tough slate this week for the higher priced guys on DK. I know there's a bunch of dogs that I like, as you guys obviously know if you've been following my content throughout the week. But yeah, in terms of a lock for DK, I find it a little bit difficult. John Ratchnell, Pizza Hut chicken bacon Caesar is unreal. Ugh. Again, Caesar and pizza really shouldn't be mixing, but we'll see what it is. Wael Al Gadban is saying, has Angela Hill weighed in yet? Yes, she has, and she looked great on the scales. By the way, Wael Al Gadban, please do hit me back here and let me know if I'm butchering your name or not, because I've been saying it the exact same way since the first time I've seen you on the chat. So I apologize if I'm offending you in any way by butchering your name. I try to pride myself on saying names correctly. So yeah. No gamble, new future. Rothwell win, almost certain. I disagree. That fight there's no certainty in that fight. I'm picking Lens to win that fight, but I have zero certainty in it. Matthew McCaffrey, Klein, Hill, and Waterson parlay. Your thoughts? I like Hill and Waterson. I'm actually picking Trezano to win, but not with the utmost confidence. So good luck on that play. But I think you might be sweating the Klein one a little bit more than you're expecting to. If there's one fight to not bet on tonight, it's Rothwell Lens. I agree. And the other one, it would be Green and DeLima. Ground Zero saying is Morona out, nearly passed her on the scale. That was incorrect. That was Benoit, and Benoit did. That fight did get called off. Morona looked fine on the scales. 2-year-old, do you do prize picks? Yes, I do. After this stream, I'm hoping we can end it by 2 o'clock. I'm going to do a quick prize picks tips video for you guys, and I'll release that not as a stream, but as a pre-recorded video, so you guys can check that out on my channel. But yeah, love some prize picks. I haven't looked at the numbers or anything as of yet, just because I've been busy with other shit, Bellator and all these other pieces of content that I'm dropping for you guys. But yeah, the prize picks tips video should drop hopefully before my 3 o'clock Bellator stream, but if not, by at least by maybe 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So look for it on my channel later this evening, my guy. MMA Genie parlaying Waterson. Are you dumb? All right, Genie, tone it down. Kendall Milner saying, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of my guys using his girls YouTube. You like The Office? What about Sunny? Yeah, I'm a Always Sunny in Philadelphia fan. The thing is, I dropped off that season right before Mac got fat. And I just realized they have it on Disney Plus, and I just started rewatching it. I did start watching Schitt's Creek though. I like my niche type of comedies like that too. So I'm trying to get through that first. Once I finish that, then I'm going to hop back onto Philadelphia. But I got to the first season again, hilarious, just as I remembered, and I will continue to watch it once I finish Schitt's Creek. Narco Cop, I think you will have a ton of salary on the table when making your DraftKings lineups. Yeah, I absolutely agree, dude. It's a tough slate this weekend, I think. Justin Villegas, just do what Cody Softy does and Pat May on the background of Dogger Pass. They always say if anyone wants to send free sample of beers, maybe you get sent free pizza. That would be dope. That would be dope if that would actually happen. I wonder if people would actually do that. Why is Hill an underdog? What am I missing? I absolutely agree. Abduli Jamah is saying DFS whisperers. Here my lock for DK is Harris at 8,600. I don't mind that. I think he's a solid spot. Danza is saying, what do you think about Ladovit Klein? He can be a big problem at 145. I think the guy has some potential. I think he's in for a tougher fight than most people are making it out to be in this Trezano fight. Picking Trezano to win. Wouldn't be surprised if Klein wins, but I think he has some high upside. Looks like we got somebody coming to the scale very shortly. Ben is saying lock one, gotta go. Chicken wings, burgers, pizzas, or tacos. Ooh. I probably get rid of burgers. I'm a chicken wings fan, love me some Mexican food, and I don't mind pizza every now and then. Noah St. Okay, sorry. Trezano hopping through the scale has his trademark American cowboy hat on him. Seems to be happy to get back onto the scales. Rocking a mullet, of course he is. $146. Looks good on the scale. Can't complain. Noah Dowkis 8,300, my favorite DK play. Again, whoever wins in that fight, I think is going to score very highly. John Ratchmill is saying you've been fucking up my name from the start. How do I say it? Is it Rackmel? Ratchmill? Help me out. Wail is saying how did he'll look on the scale. She looked great. Cheshire Account, when you say DK, you mean DraftKings? Yes. Derek saying he's simping for a reboss win. I don't know if he'll get it. Dexter Pope, lowest level card we had in a long time. It's okay. People keep forgetting about Jessica I versus Cynthia Calvillo last June. Just saying. Kemuela Nehinu, what are your thoughts on the Hebus and Hill fight? I think Hill wins. I think she keeps the fight vertical and possibly knocks out Hebus. Nelson Lopez joined the Discord yesterday. Gully's the name. That's my dude right there. Awesome Patreon, awesome Discord. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we can hit that 400 mark before the pay-per-view next weekend. I think we're about 30 something shy, but with the accelerated progress of the Patreon, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit it. Alex Weber, well, now that you mention it, my name is Weber, like spider web, not Weeb. Okay, Weber. Sorry, Weber. Alex Weber. Thank you. Even Weber Almeida, who's fighting tomorrow, or sorry, tonight for Bellator. I've always thought it was pronounced Weber, but I'll take Weber. Ground Zero, yeah, I caught that also. I meant to say Benoit. There you go. Solid, easy money. All right, I like it. Frank Jordan, this card seems really tricky to me. A lot of like dogs. I agree. No gamble. What's a safe bet in Gillespie? Fight is a beast too. I feel it's going the distance. Or am I going to be wrong again? I think it goes the distance. Average guy plays saying apparel drop soon. Maybe, man. I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to work something out. Mike Lowry, Bellator drops soon. I think the show starts at 2:30 PST. Yeah, I think it's going to be around 5:30 EST. Abduli Jamah is saying Prize Picks love the under on Hebas and Neil. I'll check that out. I haven't looked at the numbers yet. Cheshire Cat saying, yes, I want to lock my shirt with your face. God damn. I got some ideas. DXJC, thoughts on Corrales? Like it. Not really a fan of parlaying him, but I think he wins that fight. Storley, like it. Mix, like it. Stotts, like it. Johnson, I think he wins, but I think they're, MMA might MMA tonight, and Johnson's been out of the cage for 4 to 5 years. He's going up against a pretty good jiu-jitsu player here in Augusto. I think it hits, brother, but don't be surprised if it gets fucked up. Average guy plays saying apparel collab. Slide in those DMs. Slide in my DMs and we'll see what we can do. But it might have to be just for the design aspect of it, for actually doing the crafting and printing of it. I have a family member that's very much involved in that stuff, so I'll have to go with them. But in terms of designing it, maybe I'm down, bro. Ground Zero, she's fighting an axe murderer. How many left to weigh in? Let's see. We haven't seen Cowboy, Jeff Neal, Lima, Green, Fajera, Lins, Chukwi. So 7 fighters left. We got 7 fighters left to weigh in. All right, I'm going to try to catch up to the chat here. I apologize if I missed anybody. 2D roll. Last question, bro. Our Prize Picks predictions on your Patreon, DK and PP is about all I can play. Being in Georgia, I don't do Prize Picks projections or DK projections on my Patreon. Patreon is strictly like betting related. Prize Picks, the only thing I do for that, I do a Prize Picks tips video that I drop normally on Friday afternoons for you guys. So again, look out for that one. And then in terms of DFS, the only thing that I do is on Sal Vetri's channel. I do a live stream every Thursday afternoon, giving you guys my lock of the night play, dog of the night play, fade of the night play, and sleeper of the night play. So yeah. If you're looking to hop on Patreon to get DK and Prize Picks advice, you might be slightly underwhelmed. I apologize. AA saying, are we confident Dawkins can take a shot from Haas? A little questionable about that. That's why I like the under 2.5 a little bit more. Wail saying, I like to hear people mess up reading my name, but I gotta say, you are very close. Damn. Tell me how to pronounce it properly. Jake Corner saying Park and Daukus live dogs. Daukus is actually not the dog, but I do think he wins. And I think Park is a live dog. Average guy plays, looks like we're fading the guy who is always right. Narco Cop saying Chukwi is now scaring him. Yeah. Should have been on the scales already if he was having a good weight cut, but we'll see what he looks like on the scales. Nicola, would BJJ, would you ever hop on a podcast to recap fights on the Monday after they happen? I do a MMA Monday fight and betting recap. I wouldn't do it, regularly, but I'd be down to do a guest appearance or something like that. I'm always down to collab with people and do some work. But yeah, I already have such a crazy schedule with the amount of live streams I currently do. But again, as a guest spot, if you catch me, at the right time, sign in my DMs and we'll try to work something out. Narco Cop taking way too long to win, which is probably bad news. I agree. Noah Chukwi versus Park winner should score big too. I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. Average guy placing is Discord Patreon only. Yes, it is only Patreon people. About better, Hill has gotten taken down in all of her losses and a majority of her wins. Grand Zero, yeah, but Hill has developed really good takedown defense and her Muay Thai clinch. I think she's getting better in, again, takedown defense and getting back to her feet. Noah saying Waterson will probably be highest owned fighter in DK, only 7K main event. True, good point. Again, I think she's very live too. W. Robertson 14 saying thoughts on Phil Haas. I'm finna lay the hammer again. I feel much more comfortable with the under 2.5 as I think it's Daukus that's actually going to end up getting the submission later this fight goes. But Phil Haas could drop that hammer early in this fight too. Frank Jodon, you pronounce my name perfect, which is very good on you. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Jeannie. Appreciate the good words. George, what do you think about the line on Daukus inside the distance? Is it juiced or not? It currently is plus 177. I don't think that's a bad line. Don't think it's a bad line at all. But better, I don't know how Mapri does it. He must have a heart his wife by now. I stay busy, brother. I stay busy. Again, lock you full time. You guys get a ton of content from me. And again, I'm able to make enough money off this shit now that I can do it full time and be comfortable. We killing it, baby. Denny Craig, surprised more people aren't on Lins. His UFC losses are much different stylistically than Rothwell. And Lins seems to have a lot faster hands, a better ground game. I agree, but I still think that fight's a toss-up here. Ben Rothwell could shut his lights off pretty much immediately. But again, I am ultimately going on the Lins side here. All good. I still enjoy the content I do. Thank you, 2D Roll. Thank you. Appreciate that. Ground zero, I think Hill's jab is going to force some hasty takedowns from Hivas. That should play right into Hill's clinch game. I'd be more comfortable with Hill staying on the outside and just picking her apart from there, and then potentially landing a big enough blow to put her on wobbly street and then finish her. Plus 700 Hill by knockout. Just saying. Kamuela Nihanu is saying, what are your thoughts about Chikaze calling out Max Holloway? A bit of a lofty call out, I'd say, but yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. He'd probably need at least one more dominant win. Cub Swanson's great win and all, but let's get another solid guy in there who's, not 37 years old like Cub Swanson. Yeah, he looks mean. He looks like he's on a bit of a streak here. Crash and Bird 210, has anyone missed weight? We had Ryan Benoit looked absolutely horrible on the scale, and they called off the fight. He missed weight by 3 pounds, but everything else should tell you, even if he made weight, he probably shouldn't have fought. Mike Lowry telling y'all to put some respect on my name. Appreciate it. I have the same name. Yet your name is Mike Lowry, but I'm assuming that you're poking at the bad boys, Mike Lowry, right there. So I appreciate it. Didn't know you were Punjabi. I appreciate it. And after party stream would be awesome to discuss the fights. Yeah, but by the time the fights are over with, I'm like burnt out. I just want to chill out, fucking do nothing. It really. Again, I teased that I would do a Twitter Spaces thing after the fights last time. I'll probably do it this week. We'll see how I feel. But that's the most. I don't want to hop on a live stream or anything like that. We'll see. Maybe a Locky late night or something about that. It's been a while since I've done a Locky late night. Maybe I'll do one this week or early next week, but we'll see. Mike Cam, hearing that Benoit is lock. Chat, good stuff. You guys are jokes. As a Katoa, I don't think so either. I'm taking Park. I like that. Not sure if MMA Genie is throwing a weapon. Dude, it's annoying as fuck. I love Genie, but sometimes it's interesting. Hectic Hedgehog saying, hey, Lock, you a legend. Got a huge parlay paying out $24K, riding on 3 fights. Rumble, Archuleta, and Gillespie all to win. Very nervous, mate. I think they all hit, brother. That's a pretty good fucking parlay. The only one I'm skeptical about is Rumble, considering how long of a layoff he's been on. And this guy could upset him. But everything else, I think it's a good hit. Good luck, brother. I have my own a 25K parlay riding this weekend with Hill, Magny, Daukus, and Canelo. Let's see. Royal, do you think Hill finishes Hebas? I think she has a good opportunity to. Not saying it's a lock of the night or anything like that, but I definitely say it's worth the odds at plus 700. Keenan Omer Basic says, my guy knows his shit with soccer now. Nice in the over 3.5 yesterday. That wasn't me. That was my guy Testudo. Shout out to my guy Testudo. Yeah. He's the one that gave me that tip. Justin Villegas, your thoughts on Caitlin Harris? Last night she said PFL her house MMA. Until she fights people in the UFC again, she can continue to be a minus 4,000 favorite against these women and keep making those claims. But until she fights legitimate opponents, I'm not really giving her too much credence. Gary Philbrick just joined. Anyone besides Benoit look bad on the skills? Nobody looked bad. I thought Marino was breathing a little deeply, but again, I don't want to look too far into that. I think she'll be fine. That's about it. Narco Cop, 38 likes and 116 watching. Smash that like, please. Yes, do. Wael Al Gaban, you change your mind on the green fight yet? I have not. I'm just staying the fuck away from that fight. I'm giving you guys my prediction as Lima and just staying at that. Can music is Chukwi overrated? I think slightly, but I still think he has a ton of potential, right? The guy's 26 years old, so he could be getting better fight to fight, but I think that this is a bad stylistic matchup for him, so we'll see. Jake Corner, Carvalho, Bellator dog play. I think that fight's close. I'm ultimately picking Larkin to win that fight. Carvalho could pull off the upset, but I'm not putting my money on it. MMA Genie, Lachlan and I going to do some 8 rounds, 5 minutes shadow boxing, then run BRB in 90 minutes. All right. Thank you. K Music, how well will Park do? I think he does well. Again, if he's the one that sets the pace, if he isn't the guy that's letting Nchukwi dictate things, I think he should be fine. Sorry, I just want to quickly refresh my stream. I feel like I'm behind for some reason. But we still got about 7 fighters that need to hit the scale. Matthew Moore, I really like the dad hat. I definitely buy one. This is like one of those flex fit ones. But yeah, I used to give these out. Fuck, man. Everybody's asking for merch now. It's been a long time since I've gotten merch together. I think the last time was September or August, and that was way before like things really started picking up for you boys. So it's about time. Nicole Wood, BJJ, I appreciate it, boss man. I'm new to your channel, but I really like your insight. You even inspired one of my last videos. Oh, which video is that? Please do share that. I would love to check it out. I appreciate the love, my guy. Giga should fight Yair. Yeah, I'm not sure how long his suspension is, but yeah, I'd love that fight. I think that's a perfect next step for Giga. Howard Russell, who you like this weekend and who you betting on? To find that out, you'd have to head up the Patreon, my guy. Link is in the description below. $5 a month, 11 event winning streak, 10 straight lock of the night hits. Support your boy. Come on. Frank Jodoon. I fucked it up that time. I apologize. Ryan Sweet, pickled and fried by the time the fights are over. Exactly. Bout better. Sorry, I gotta turn down John Morgan in my ear here. There we go. Good for you, Ginny. Even shadow boxing. Good for you. Reed Henry, what's your ethnicity? I am Punjabi, Indo-Canadian, born in Canada. Parents are Indian, like the real Indian. Who's your favorite fighter all time? Got to be either Vanderlei Silva or Shogun Hua. Joe Dwin. Frank Joe Dwin. All right, I'll try to nail that. Average guys, Canelo going to kill him after all this ring BS going on? I hope so. George is saying they're taking too long with the weigh-ins. I'm afraid we might see another cancellation down the line. I hope not. We've got 7 fighters left that have less than an hour to weigh in now, so hopefully no more craziness. Hectic Hedgehog, I remember you told Clint about your 25K-ish parlay. Really hope that hits, my friend. Yeah, that'll be crazy. I hope it hits. Narco Cop, what do you think about Harris sub, Daukus sub, plus 1740? Really think this has a good chance to hit? I like that, dude. That's a very solid parlay. I might even have to put it in myself. I like it. Ivilo Ivanov, have you ever practiced some kind of martial arts in your life? I've mainly boxing. I used to work at an MMA gym for about a year and a half. That's where I picked up doing boxing there. Cornered a bunch of amateur MMA guys as well. But yeah. Frank is saying, do you think Adeshev could upset Benoit? You're not going to have to worry about that. That fight is now canceled. Philip Prue, I kind of like Fajeda to beat Gillespie. What are your thoughts? I think Fajeda is live for sure. I think Gillespie ends up getting his hand raised, but I think it's going to be a tough fight. I got Gillespie by decision there. Terlansky, Lachlan, and I'm going to take a shit and then walk the dog. Don't kill me, Terlansky. I love you. Reed Henry, Pettis, or Archuleta. I really like Archuleta in that spot. Ben Elsom, Yair with Smokey guy. I'm not 100% sure about that. Killer G, what up, Block? I'm over here teaching. I love it. What up, Block? Any weighing news so far? Again, just the Ryan Benoit fight, but then again, that fight's gotten pulled off the card now. But everybody else has looked pretty good on the scale. Ben Griegel is saying, Patron is worth it, my friends. Big weekend for us. Let's fucking go. Appreciate you, Ben. Struggling to find some good parlays this weekend. I think there's some solid spots if you want to make some Bellator and UFC. But if you just do UFC, strictly UFC parlays, I think you're asking for trouble. I think that this card is very live full of dogs. I think I picked 7 out of the 12 underdogs to win, but now obviously Adeshev being pulled out, I got 6 out of the 11 fights with the underdogs winning. So we'll see how it. Waleed Raida, I'm disappointed Benoit Adeshev got canceled. I was really intrigued by that matchup. Me too. I didn't have any money on it. I picked the underdog in Adeshev, but yeah, I'd love to have seen how that played out. Cold Holdren, did that guy tap over Doom? Yes, he did. SKD, crazy weekend, could be huge money all around or very short. Events like this are kind of fun. Yeah. Abduli Jama, for some reason, Bet Online never lets me parlay props unless I'm doing it wrong. I don't think they allow that. Abduli, let me know where you're from and maybe I can help you out in terms of finding a bookie that will allow you to do that. George Adeshev can upset if Benoit if he wakes him up in the middle of the night and beats him up for missing weight. Average guy plays. You ever going to offer YouTube memberships? I tried that for a little bit, but it didn't really seem to be taken off too much. I think I just want to point everybody to my Patreon. Again, it's only $5 a month. If anybody's generous, I also have a super supporter tier, which is $10 a month. But yeah, that's the most I'll probably ever ask. I heard Twitter might be adding like a tipping feature to their stuff, and I might take advantage of that a little bit. But then again, I don't ever ask for tips. The most I'll ever again, I don't even ask for super chats. Again, whoever hits up the super chat, it's greatly appreciated. I never tell people please do hit the super chat. It's always greatly appreciated. But the only thing I'll ever push anybody towards would be the Patreon. And again, I think it's a huge deal, right? $5 a month, ton of great content. I think it's worth it. Isaac Katoa, thoughts on Waterson's wrestling abilities to compare to Carlo Esparza? I think that's your best path to victory. A boring grinder. Who you got, Waterson or Rodriguez? I think Carla is the best grappler in that division, wrestling wise, other than Tatiana Suarez. But I do think that Waterson has a very underrated wrestling game, and I think that she'll be able to ground Rodriguez here pretty often. I think Waterson has a better striking game than Amanda Hebos, and I don't think she'll get knocked out the way that Hebos did. I think she'll be able to remain competitive on the feet, and then eventually mix in some takedowns, and then eventually pull off a submission later on. Aaron F., if you bet it on Adeshev, what happens? It's a push. They should refund your money. House of Guards, when is the beef fighting next? Dana said early 2020. I heard he might be talking about retiring, so I'm not 100% sure, brother. Kane, music, what underdogs do you like the most? I like Waterson. I like Hill. I like Magny. I like. Yeah, like I said, Waterson, Magny, Hill. And then I'd go with Park as my other favorite dog. Interesting. John Morgan talking about how they just changed Mike Trezano's name to Michael Trezano, and they changed Jun Young Park from 3 names into 2 names. Jun Young is now 1 name. And I think that's how it's always supposed to be. If there's anybody Korean in the chat, that would be great help. If my guy Rex Lee is in the chat, I know he, even when he was typing it out to me in the past, he used to put Daung as 1 name. I think we've been fucking it up this entire time. Can anybody shed some light on that? Ben Elsom, I don't think Giga could match the output and wouldn't be given the space. Love the channel. Thank you, brother. Again, I'd love to see the fight play out. Abduli is in Georgia. I heard Georgia is kind of tough in terms of betting spots. Not 100% sure, brother. I wish I could help you out. If there's anybody in Georgia, help my guy out, please. No, I just realized biggest dog on card is plus 205. Yeah, pretty well matched card all around. But I do think that line is quite wide on Trezano. Average guy plays is saying the Twitter paywall is going to be so big. Yeah. Well, they have like those the super tweets, right? I don't think I'll ever do super tweets, but actually I might for my official plays if I'm charging for them at that point. Maybe I'll put those behind the paywall so people can get it directly from there, or at least the tipping thing. That would be pretty cool. About better saying Lachlan Knight is a pro. I think the definition of professional is getting paid to do what you do. I'm getting paid to do what I do. So yeah, I am a professional. I appreciate it. Killer G, yo, Lock, where you eat lunches, your lunch money bets is $300. I'm telling you, dude, things are really good over here right now. I can't complain. I was a little bit more confident in that spot, and I probably should have told the Patreon members to hit that spot a little bit more. But yeah, man, that big spot, that big hit last night was nice between the Goldsoft and the under 2.5 of the Pacheco fight. I put like $800 on it to win just under 800 because it was minus 119. But yeah, sorry. See, the thing is, Killer, when I don't put the amount of work in that I do with the UFC breakdowns and looking into fights that deeply, I feel very skeptical in terms of tipping it to people on the Patreon, which is why I made it an unofficial and untracked play. But I felt confident in it myself. I just felt that if it did miss, it would be on me for not putting in the legitimate work required to make a bet like that. That was my mistake. Nicola Wood, BJJ, I was one of my prediction videos. I talked about how you did multi-event parlays. It was interesting how you made it seem more like an investment than a bet. That stuck with me. Exactly. It's a long-term investment. It's not everybody wants to win it in one night. Everybody wants to just put their money down one night and win big on one night. Why? If you have bookies that give you lines for future fights, take advantage of it, man. Mario Burrell, Daukus. Yes, I hope Daukus pulls it off. Out of 10, how confident are you in the Magny upset? I believe I'd give it between an 8 and a 9 out of 10. I think he pulls it off. How many dogs you got? I got 2 dogs. I got 2 dogs for Bellator. I got 2 dogs for UFC. Now 2 underdog odds. Say what you want about that. Hit up the Patreon if you don't want to know what I'm talking about. Rexley, yeah, man, old school. I had it. All right. House of Cards, it's set as a single name. Jun Young. There you go. House of Cards, you don't spread it out. More recently, Jun Young within the last few years. Park is the Korean version of Smith. I believe so. What's good, G? Park by decision. I like it. Waterson, Rodriguez, Tanako decision. I like it. Look like decent prop spots. I like it. And thank you, Rexley and House of Guards. So it should be Jun Young Park, Daun Young. Does it go with like Hyung Yu Lim, right? Those types of guys. Who are the other guys that we had? Dong Young, Kim, Seo Hee Ham. I apologize for butchering it, but glad to be educated. Hill is going to get subbed with that fro. We shall see. You know, she's going to put it into some cornrows or something like that. Kicks good. Hebot's going to win. We shall see. Who's the better dog, Magni or Morono? I'd say Magni. Rexley, my parents still hyphenate. Interesting. Is it Young or Jung? I feel like it's Jung. If somebody could clarify that for me, that would be great. Pinky Ev, Karate Hottie living up to her name now more than ever. Yeah, she's a killer. Randy Bell, Georgia failed to pass the mobile sports betting bill this year. Damn, that sucks, man. God, I love living in Canada. Legalized weed, recreational weed, betting pretty much wherever the fuck you want. Things are great up here. Frank Joe Dween. I got a feeling Rodriguez sleeps Waterson. I like the under 2.5 or under 4.5 in that fight too, just to cover that possible outcome. Philip Prue, I just looked it up. You have to use offshore sports books to place bets in Georgia. Oh, that sucks. 2022 for most sports betting in Georgia. That sucks. Chan Sung Young, yeah, good point. Tujuro, I played DK and Prize Picks in Georgia. Rexley, apparently Jin Young didn't have staff. Okay. Great son, I had problems getting paid with the last JY Park ticket at my local casino because of the name, even though he wanted his name was different. Interesting. That sucks. Ben Asplin saying, just cancel my Netflix so I can finally afford to sport lock than I Patreon. You tell me you can't afford $5 a month, man. That's why I try to make it as cheap as possible for people to at least hop on and support your boy. You know, I know I truly feel like I've almost revolutionized the handicapping game or the tout game per se. And again, I don't consider myself a full tout. I'm more of a semi-tout. Again, if I hit a losing event, I give my picks away for free. But the incentive that I add to the Patreon members is they get my pick as soon as I drop it, whereas the public has to wait until the Friday before the fight to get my picks. And obviously line movement and all that shit could potentially affect it. But yeah, $5 a month. Like more often than not, you'll see people charging $50, $100 a month. I wanted to make it something affordable. I know I'm not the best and sharpest handicapper out there, and I'm giving you guys square lock of the night plays, but they're hitting, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. And I do trust my reads and my plays enough to, you know, charge a little bit for it. And I'm glad that we have over 365 people that believe so as well. So hopefully I can keep the support up, keep that rolling up. Hopefully convince a couple more people to go up to that $10 a tier, $10 a month tier. But I'm not going to be super. I'm not going to be super pushy about that. But yeah, shout out to the Patreon once again. Korean Zombie's name is pronounced Chan Sung Young. Young, not Jung. Okay, thank you. I apologize. No pause. Chan Sung Young. Colorado is Canada's warmer cousin. Yeah, exactly. It's pronounced Young just as it appears. Just checked. Yeah. Ben Asplund, I'm cheap with my money. I trust my own picks. $5 is a steal, right? Keep it affordable. The method that I was kind of actually playing off of was what comedy podcasts are doing, right? There's a bunch of comedy podcasts out there that only charge $5 a month to get an extra episode a week. That's kind of my approach here, and it seems like the thing's working out. I see other Patreon member people out there trying to charge $10 a month, $15 a month, $20 a month, but I'll always keep the entry level at $5 a month, and then if anybody wants to be extra generous, there's the super supporter tier. JW just signed up. Thanks for all you. Thank you, JW. Looks like we got Maurice Green is headed to the scale right now. And then I'll get back to the chat. Long and lanky as a motherfucker as always. I don't think he'd have to cut weight. Maybe he was just chilling. Looks like he's got some abs this time, so slightly better shape. $237 for Maurice Green. Let's see what he used to weigh in at. I would say he looks relatively in better shape, but again, I don't know if it's going to make a difference here. So he's 237. He weighed in at 250 against Greg Hardy, 255 against Gian Vellante, 243 against Alexei Oleinik, 250 against Sergey Pavlovich, 256 against Albini, and then 264 right on the limit against Jeff Hughes, and 259 in his UFC debut against Michel Batista. So yeah, lowest he's ever weighed in. Good on him. Let's see if it actually translates to getting a dub. Again, JW, thank you for signing up. Greatly appreciated. Ben Asplund wanted to be number 69. There are a lot of people in here named Ben. Yeah, goddamn, you guys are crazy. No gamble, no future. Next week's sure win. Check out the Patron, and you'll definitely find that out soon enough. Brian Anthony, Colorado fan. I used to live 10 minutes from Factory X. Nice. Super Luke, thoughts on Rodriguez versus Waterson fight? Doesn't start round 5 plus 240. I like it. I like having the extra 2.5 minutes if you want to take the under 4.5. But I do think it ends before the final judges get involved. Wael Al-Gaban, what province you in, and are casinos open yet over there? BC been closed since last July. I'm in Ontario. I'm just outside of Toronto. I don't hit up the casinos. Again, I do all my betting online, so not really a casino guy over here. Is Klein tomorrow's lock play? I can neither confirm nor deny that, but I will say that I'm picking Trizano to win that fight. Moy's audio Maurice Green looking like Calvin Klein model. Don't kill me, Moyes. Frank Jodwin saying, just say why Benoit fight got canceled. That's just saw why Benoit fight got canceled. That's crazy. Yeah, very, very bad. 237. Yeah, he's small. Or smaller than he's been before. DXJC, bro, Maurice Green is in shape. I swear that boy come in real heavy. Yeah, like I said, I just went over the numbers for you guys, so you guys obviously know. Buff on the B, I like Mo in the spot after listening to the MMA Junkie interview. Yeah, he's working off that dope boy. Points to a lot of hard work. Yep. Let's see if he can stay away from the big shots of DeLima. I'm not trusting DeLima at all at minus 190, but I am going to predict him to win. Maurice Green resurgence. Yeah, Green looked a little shredded. George saying Green was struggling to see the time with his lazy eye. That's why it took him so long to weigh in. That's so savage. That's so savage, George, my Greek brother. Question for you. How far are you from, where is it, Mykonos? Isn't Mykonos like the prime destination location for Greece? Obviously, other than Athens. Obviously, Mykonos is some place that I eventually want to hit in the future. It looks fucking beautiful. Ground zero love handles are really tough to get rid of. Yeah, tell me about it. AA, but one shot and it's good night for him. Yeah, exactly. First time home coming in, fight injury free and forever. He said, I don't trust fighters when they say shit like that. It might be true, it might be not, but I don't read too much into that. Metalingus, which fighters already made weight? Any concern or trouble with any of them? I believe we only have 6 fighters that are left to make weight. So rather than telling you which fighter needs or have made weight, I'll tell you which fighters need to make weight still. We need to see Tafon Chukwi. Tafon Chukwi. We need to see Philippe Lins. We need to see Diego Fajeda. We need to see DeLima. We need to see Jeff Neal. And Cowboy. 6 fighters. Everybody else made weight. The only one, obviously, the big story is Ryan Benoit missing weight, falling off the scales, trembling and all that type of shit, and that fight's off, so it doesn't really matter anymore. Super look. I feel like casinos have too much of an advantage on like sports betting. You can use your spots. I'm hoping that to Toronto or Ontario somehow gets a sports book like what they have in Vegas, where you just have a giant room where you can go place bets and you can sit back and just watch the screens. Because I might start camping out there if that's what happens. That'll be dope. Could you imagine lock of the night streams from a bookie? That'll be dope. Kicks good. Delima bounces back after his losses. I like him tomorrow, possibly. I'm not trusting another guy. Mo Green alive better after round one. I think so. I think so. Justine Villegas, what best betting online? And I'm in Cali. Any I can that not sketchy or want to pay in Bitcoins. I'm not sure what the best ones in California are. If anybody is in California and can help out my guy, please do let Justin know. Keenan over basic thoughts. Archuleta, Gregor via decision. Magny, and Neil over 2.5 plus 443. I like it. I like it. I think the sketchiest spot there is Gregor, but I think Gregor wins too. So good luck to you. I think that hits. George is saying he lives in Athens, which is the capital of Greece. Mykonos is about 3 to 4 hour boat ride away from Athens. Not even a road trip; it's a boat ride. But I believe that Mykonos is like an island off of it, right? Off of Greece's main shoreline. Yeah, it is. Just quickly googling it right now. I've just only seen pictures of it. It looks fucking beautiful, but it's hilarious that you guys need to take a boat to get there. Don't they like? Can't you fly like a small plane somewhere there? Don't they have like small airports, something at least on a closer island or something like that? What's an underrated spot in Greece? What's the spot that nobody really talks about, but is maybe comparable or close enough to what Mykonos brings to the table? Because I love scenery, I love shit like that. I love nature. I love seeing, being on the water like that, or at least close to the water. I don't know how to swim myself, so I'm not entirely sure how I'd feel about being on the water, but being on an island, I wouldn't mind that. Noah, how is Lynn's taking so long? Yeah, the guy's a heavyweight. I'm pretty certain he doesn't have to cut the weight. The N is half silent. Interesting. While Al Gaban, dude, green looking good. Not too late to change your mind, Lock. We won't judge. Promise. Again, it could happen. Green could pull off the upside here, but I'm not. I'm not gonna budge here. I think DeLima wins, but I'm not putting my money on it either. Hey Swaz, that would be so lit. Toronto will be the first one to get one. I imagine eventually I'm an hour away. Yeah. Whereabouts are you from, Swaz? I'm in the GTA area, so closer to Toronto. But yeah, it'll be sick if they got a bookie. Kane Music, Bovada used his Bitcoin, but it works through Cash App. Narcocop just went back and looked at Stefan's IG about a week out. Looks like he was killing himself to make this weight cut. Interesting. Not a good look. Try my bookie AG for Bitcoin. My bookie is really not the greatest, though. They have low limits. Again, depending on the type of bettor that you are, I heard they limit you quickly and stuff. So just be careful. Not so little John. One luck of the night tomorrow. Any go to props. Hit up the Patreon, my guy. $5 a month. Link is in the description below. I apologize, but I hate being so mystical about it or mysterious about it. I'll give you guys the spots that I feel are the safest spots on the card. Cowboy, Beggar, Balkis, and the under 2.5 in that fight, and Carlston Harris. Which one is my lock of the night play? Hit up the Patreon to find out. You can also go there by plane, which would be about a half an hour. Yeah, that makes sense. Narcocop, he was sweating puddles in one of his IG videos. Let's see how he looks on the scale, man. Naxos, interesting. I saw that on the map here. Naxos seems like an interesting spot as well. All right, who's hopping on the scale? James Corden taking a small bet on a draw in the main event. I think that's mindless, to be honest, because all the draws that came in Rodriguez's fights were in 3-rounders. I think with the extra 2 rounds, it's going to be harder to get that draw. But good luck. Klein will start Strizano. We'll see. Cowboy making the walk to the scale. Trying to weigh in at 170. Never really had issues making weight. Always looks good on the scale. $170 on the dot with the face mask and the hat. Cowboy gonna cowboy. That guy's a professional. So we got 5 fighters left to hit the scale. Aiden Lubin apparently went to Naxos. All right, I'll check out Naxos. I'll add that to the bucket list. Narco Cop Santorini. Yep, that's another one that I've really heard about. Ooh, Narco Cop was born in Greece. Santorini is amazing. All right, all right. I can't wait to travel again. Now that I'm not, free of the 9 to 5 and all that shit, I can go where I want, whenever I want. But I want this COVID thing to kind of blow over a little bit more before I decide to get crazy with it. DXJC heavyweights coming late because if they came in early, they'd just be sitting around. Yeah, I remember you were talking about this before. Good point. Good point. Good point. Ground Zero Chukwi is pronounced in Chukwi without the I. Without the N, I believe. Yeah, which is why I'm going Chukwi. I thought it was Nchukwi, but I thought it's Nchukwi. It is Chukwi. Hey, Swaz, I'm around Kitchener, Waterloo. Not bad. Got some cousins out there in Guelph. Close enough. Tristan Sherhouse, bro, let's go swimming together after COVID. I'll teach you. I am dead terrified of swimming, brother. I am terrified. It's too late for me. I'm almost 30 years old. Fuck it. I'm good. I'm stuck doing DraftKings, not the good one. The pick 6 fires got a budget, so I'm forced to buy like 2 or 3 underdogs. There's a ton of great underdogs on this card. I'm telling you. You're going to leave a lot of salary on the table this weekend to get that optimal lineup, I think. Should be Bacon 23. It's all good. You put in work for these plays. Can't give them all on the house. Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate you giving me that respect. JW fighter tomorrow with the best chance to win inside the distance. Well, either Hawes or Dawkins. I think somebody's getting finished in that fight. I think Carson Harris is live for potentially getting a sub. And as weird as it may be to say, I think Rodriguez and Waterson are very live to get a finish as well. So I know you wanted one, but hopefully you can pick out one of those that I just told you. House of Guards. Sorry if this is wild races, but why do Greek people just look like fat tricks without the 10? I appreciate you apologizing for that, but I don't know how to answer that question for you. Just saw the Benoit away and scary stuff. Hope you're having a great day. Luck. Yes, I am. I appreciate it, brother. I'm hoping that we can get the rest of the, I believe, 5 or 6 fighters that we got left to hit the scales. Hopefully they can come in a lot sooner than later. Is what it is. George is saying Santorini is another popular tourist destination. I personally like Crete a lot, especially Chania. If you're not that interested in the nightlife, the Naxos and Milos are nice choices as well. Yeah, I'm not really a clubber. I'm over that phase of my life. I just want to sit back, enjoy some nice scenery, enjoy some nice views, hit up some trails if you guys got trails. That's kind of my shit. Also, I wouldn't mind hitting some weed out there if you guys got some weed out there. I'm not sure what the restrictions and stuff is like in Greece regarding marijuana, but that's kind of my way to just chill out and enjoy my time. Keenan Omer Basic, is there any Bellator fighters that should be in parlays this weekend? I think there's a good chunk. I think you could parlay Archuleta if you want. I think you could parlay MVP, Patchy Mix, Logan Storley. Obviously, they don't add too much value to parlays, but I think they pretty much hit. Rafian Stotts, Weber Almeida, or Weber Almeida, I should say. Yeah, hopefully that helps. John Hess, who's going to be welterweight champion end of 2022. If Usman doesn't retire, it's going to be Usman. If he does retire, probably Colby. I'd say DeLima. Maurice's legs are going to be toast. Yeah, good point. Wangi77 is saying Chimaev. We'll see. We got to get him back in the cage and against legitimate competition. SKD, Morono is the reverse gatekeeper, getting beat up by vets. Yeah. Ryan Sweet traveled to Santorini in 2017 with the wife, got married there. Nice. What a place. Greece is definitely our retirement plans. Nice. I can't wait to check it out, man. I'm super excited. Alejandro Cardenas, Waterson's face will look like a rotten tomato if it goes 25 minutes. Are people like forgetting that Rodriguez has issues going 15 minutes? Like, what makes people think that she's going to comfortably go 25 minutes? It could, I could be proven wrong for sure. I didn't think that Chiesa would be able to go 25 minutes with Magny, but Magny didn't have the greatest fight IQ in that fight. Yeah, if this reaches 25 minutes, I'd be very shocked. I think both girls have great paths to victory in terms of getting the finish here. Buffalo on the beat. You got any pictures with fighters you met in person? I see Jim Miller all the time getting chips and soda at the gas station down the road. We both live in Sparta, New Jersey. Always hear him shooting his guns. I do have a couple. I've met a bunch. Obviously, I did a lot of work behind the scenes with the UFC and MMA companies. Just to give you guys some background, if you guys want to go check out one of my Locky late night episodes that I talked about my 10-year MMA journey, you hear a lot about what I've been doing. But yeah, pictures that I think I have off the top of my head. Well, we got somebody heading to the scale right now. Let's see what Fajeda. Oh, Fajeda, another guy taking his time to the scale. Oh, he does not look good, guys. I apologize. I'm gonna skip a bunch of comments right now. Damn, Fajeda does not look good. Is he gonna miss? Wow, he missed by 4.5 pounds. Shit. Now I'm feeling even better about Gregor, but not a good look for Fajeda to be missing by that much. Fajeda not looking good on the scales, people. Fajeda not looking good on the scales. I wouldn't even be surprised if this fight gets pulled too. He seems much better than Ryan Benoit. Obviously, he didn't need help in terms of standing on the scale, but I wouldn't be surprised. Crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if that fight gets scrubbed considering how bad he looked. But even if he does make it to the fight, I think Gregor wins this fight. I think Gregor wins this fight. All right, let me see if I can quickly get the comments here. John asks, you've been to the UK? Yes. My mom actually grew up in England for a couple years, and then she came over to Canada after she got married. But yeah, I've been to Manchester, Leeds, London. But that was years ago, right? Like I was quite young. I wasn't able to really enjoy the indulgences of being an adult over there. But I'm looking forward to actually going out there once again. Brian Anthony, if you had to pick, would you rather attend 263 or 264? Let's see what those cards look like real quick. Adesanya and Vittori, Figueiredo, Moreno, Edwards, Diaz, Craig Hill, Maya, Muhammad, Dober, Riddell, my guy Jay Collier against Carlos Felipe, Movzar Evloev against Hakeem Dawadu, great fight. Stephen Pearson against Chase Hooper, Carol Hossa against Sajar Eubanks. 263 don't look too bad. Let's see what 264 looks like. Poirier, McGregor, Burns, Stevens, Maya, Hall, Poirier, Rivera, Zhumagulov, Akhmedov, Tavares, Tuivasa, Hardy, Duplessis, Giles, O'Malley, Smolka, Aldana, and Kunskaya. I don't know, man. That's a toss-up. I'm not super interested in Adesanya Vittori, to be honest. I don't really care for Figueiredo Moreno as much. But the rest of the card, like I like the main event, co-main event, and what the main card will look like for 264. But I think the prelims for 263 might be better. I'll go with 264 just because how hyped the crowd could be. All right, Delima stepping on the scale right now. Trigger Man, what's going on, my brother? Lima looks like a thickie. Takes his phone out of his pocket. 264.5. What a big boy. George is saying if you like hiking, nice beaches, and nice food, don't go to Mykonos. It's really overpriced, especially due to its nightlife. Chania in Crete ticks all your boxes. All right. I'll definitely keep that on the bucket list. Let me see where Crete is in comparison. Oh, it's like way off. Is it a, yeah, it is a part of Greece. Largest island, and it's quite a far off from where Athens is. I didn't realize Greece actually went that far out. Yeah, I'd be down to check that out. Thank you, George. Really appreciate that. Maybe if I come down there one day, we can link up and have a beer or something together. Diego looks slow. Yep. Ferreira looks like shit. Yep. Ferreira easily looked the worst on the scales outside of Ryan Benoit. Tough weight cut. Not even a tough weight cut. He missed weight completely. AA saying, I don't think anybody coming out this late is going to look that hot. Yeah. Tefon Chukwi, I'd be sweating those Chukwi tickets. DXJC saying fight getting canceled 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if they let it go on, but maybe they should. Hopefully they keep Gregor on it. I want to see Gregor go out there and get that one. Moise Audio saying max bet Gregor. Bryce C saying already max bet Gregor before this. Rexley Fade Fortis Parlay. There you go. What do we got on that? Gregor, Cowboy, and Magny. I like it. 22 Tricky saying thanks for the listen, brother. Best of luck this weekend. You too, if I'm not mistaken. 22 Tricky is also on the Patreon. A shout out to my guy 22 Tricky. Walid Raid, they normally cancel fights with that much of a weight miss. Hopefully this fight is still on. I think it has to be more than 5 or 6 pounds if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. Justin Villegas after this fight, UFC going to start adding rails leading to the scale. Yeah, they should. Come on. Christian Rodriguez, Canelo versus Saunders, or Waterson versus Rodriguez. Again, I'm not much of a boxing guy, so obviously I'm taking Waterson and Rodriguez. Yeah. Narco Cop. How was Azevedo plus 800 by submission versus Johnson? I think that's a bit of a stretch, to be honest. Some decent value on there, I think. Max bet Gregor now. DXJC under 2.5 and Gregor versus Diego looking nice at plus 145. I agree. We might actually see a finish from Gregor. If Usman actually gets out to 263, that would be pretty dope. Bo Jackson saying Lens is out. Don't be trolling out here. If he's out, I might have to block you, brother. I don't put up with that type of energy out here. Delima looking like the Michelin man. Sage Lawrence saying he's dropping the hammer on Archuleta, Hill, Magny, Parlay. Ooh, good luck, brother. I think they all win. I hope we get it, brother. Yeah, Jeff Neal hasn't waited either. Good point, guys. Jeff Neal, another Fortis guy. The Fortis is 1-1 on the scales right now. Alex Morono made weight without much stress. Not to mention, he took the fight on short notice. Right? We'll see what Jeff Neal looks like on the scales here. Sergeant Snuggles, how did you like being there live? I plan on going to 263 for my first. I would love to go to one of these events within the first year or so. I'm sure they're going to be lit. Greece owns the Mediterranean. Yeah, pretty much. Ryan Sweet, lots of issues with his car. Hopefully get some firefights tomorrow night. I agree. These clowns need to be taught a lesson. Miss weight, no pay. Yeah. It's rough for Gregor, 2 fights in a row. Yeah, that would suck. He's been out for so long too, right? He's almost getting as bad of a luck as Leon Edwards has, man. So hopefully we can get him back into the scales. Christian Rodriguez saying Max Petchukwi. Let's see how he looks on the scales first. Pete G in the chat saying anyone missed or cancel. Adeshev and Benoit got canceled. Benoit missed weight pretty bad. You should look up the video for that. It looked very, very bad. And then Diego Ferreira just missed weight by 4.5 pounds. We got some serious issues going on. They got the box coming out. My girlfriend's parents live in northern Italy. I was just there for 3 months. United for always welcome. It's a great place for food shows and great. Love it. Slide in my DMs. Maybe we'll do something in the future. All right. Shout out Bo Jackson. I apologize for coming at you the way that I did. John Morgan just confirmed that Philippe Lins is out. All right, Jeff Neal stepping on the scale. So we've lost 2 fights. We're down to 10 fights. Philippe Lins is out. Ryan Benoit is out. And now Jeff Neal stepping on the scale with 16 minutes left. They're going to need the box. Not a good weight cut possibly for Jeff Neal. He doesn't look like completely sucked out, or he didn't look as bad as Carlos Diego Ferreira. But, yeah, not a good look. Neal just makes the weight. He looks okay. I'm not going to say he looks horrible on the scale. Fuck. All right, we got Chukwi coming up next. I don't know how I'm always behind you guys. I swear I'm using the same link as you guys, right? Are you guys watching on MMA Junkie? Fuck. So yeah, 2 council fights, possibly 3 if they don't clear Fajeda. Stefan Chukwi puts in his way to the scale. I will say he doesn't look the greatest. Makes the weight. Not the greatest body language from my guy there. All right, so favorite's not really looking too good on the scale. Actually, I was to Diego Ferreira as the dog, but Defon not looking too good on the scale. Jeff looking all right. Still obviously a little bit concerning. Ferreira obviously misses weight pretty bad. Philippe Lins is off. Adeshev and Benoit is off. So we lose 2 fights. Let's see what they say about Diego Ferreira. I'll stick around for the stare downs here as long as they start them by 2 o'clock. But goddamn. Christian Rodriguez, which online books do you recommend for UFC or MMA betting? Again, it's different for everywhere that you are, but personally, I use intertops.eu. I use bookmaker.eu. I use all right, Fajeda. All right, Fajeda is cleared. He'll give 30% of his purse to Gregor, so that fight is still on. And then, yeah, obviously we lose Lins of Adeshev. Sorry for betting sites that I use. Again, bookmaker.eu, Pinnacle, Intertops, Coolbet. Again, if you guys use Coolbet, coolbet.com, promo code MMALOTN2, they'll obviously match your initial deposit up to $200. Other ones that I use, Betway, and what's the other one they're missing? Intertops, Bookmaker, Pinnacle, Betway, Coolbet. Yeah, those are the 5 that I mainly stick around to. DXJC saying he was definitely cutting the whole time, yeah. Again, I'm not going to run to the hills and shout that you should be fading Jeff Neal because of how he looked at the weigh-ins, even Tafon. But slightly concerning for sure if you're holding tickets on any of those guys. And obviously on Fajeda. Fajeda is one of those guys that I would actually be like, you got to be careful about betting on Fajeda now. Because even though, like I've said in the past, if they miss by 4 pounds or something like that, they probably didn't even try to cut the weight. But goddamn, it looked like Fajeda tried to cut the weight. So not a good look. Kamwala is saying, I have Daukus, Hill, and now Magny for the 3-team parlay. I like it. I like it all. Magic box with a pull-up bar in it. Did anyone see that comment? I did not see that comment. Brian Anthony, at least he made weight. Neither Chukwi or Neil looked the best. Yes. Walking so slow. Yeah. CF looks shaky as fuck. Gregor is delighted to take this fight. Exactly. Hector Hedgehog. Locke. Do you like Gillespie less or more right now? Definitely more. Really, really like him in this spot now. Do you like Gillespie more or less? Crazy Gregor agrees to fight. I don't think it's crazy that Gregor agreed to the fight. I think this circumstance helps him. Fajeda did not look good on the scales. I think it's one of those, Ketan Vera, Yana Kunitskaya type of misses where it's going to affect the fighter's performance. And I think that it's going to really screw Fajeda here. So I think Fajeda has maybe 1 round to win this fight. After that, he's going to get grappled fucked. I don't think his submission game is going to cut it off of his back. And I don't think he's going to have the gas tank to fuel it. So yeah, hope that helps. Appreciate anybody that wants to hit the like. That would obviously help. We got about 115 people in here right now with 64 likes. Let's see if we can hit 100 before the end of the stare downs. Appreciate you guys chilling with your boy on this Friday afternoon. This is Locky full time, giving you guys a ton of streams, especially today. So at 3 p.m., I'm also going to be doing a live stream for Bellator. I'll go over that card very briefly from bottom to top. I'm probably not going to go longer than 30 minutes there. And then tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, doing the Ultimate Weigh-In Show. I got a couple of my boys come through. We got AJ Sholo from MMA, or you guys also know him from AJ's MMA Betting. He's also on MMA Oddsbreaker, dropping some content over there. And then also on Daily Fan MMA, I believe, doing their Bellator content. Solid guy, very sharp guy. Looking forward to having him on. Also got Notorious Picks, one of the lesser known guys, but also one of my boys that I've known from pretty much the get-go since when I started this whole Lock of the Night thing. And then most importantly, my guy Newsome MMA from MMA Play 365. That's my dude. Obviously do the tape index with him. Great show. Very sharp guys. Hope you guys are able to come through tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, to hear us break down the fights one last time. DXJC saying, which fighter is playing Jeremy Stevenson and Kotalapa? Apparently, they just got warned backstage that they will get fined and suspended if they touched each other. Midnight Blues down with him, still attempting and filling such a harsh weight cut. We are in the third round prop finish. Possibly, I won't get too crazy with it, but it could happen. BLT saying, favorite movie. Two that come off the top of my head, 300 and Superbad. Love those movies. Oh, and Rush Hour. Love Rush Hour. Bryce T. Gregor wants to fight so bad he will stop at nothing. I agree. Damn, John Morgan said, yep, exactly. Price on Gillespie changing fast. Yeah, is it taking a hit? Let's see what Bet Online is showing us right now. Or sorry, best fight odds. Still sticking out 160 at a couple of the bookies I was saying, but unless you're seeing real-time movements on your personal bookies, I completely understand. Hectic Hedgehog, glad to hear your thoughts, Major the Master. I try to be as good as I can be. Weird that he looked that bad at 160. I wonder if something else is going on. I hope it ends up with him losing the fight, regardless. Beltbetter's off to the casino. Good luck, my brother. May God be with you. Cameron Remillard saying fighters were warned. Yep. Christian Rodriguez, Angela Hill is plus 150 is good value. I do think so. Benoit is not fighting. Mike is not. Mike Demopoulos. Benoit is not fighting. Average Joe, thoughts on CDF weight loss? Yeah, I think it's going to affect his performance. Again, I don't read too much into it, but that was one of the worst ones I've seen all year, outside of the ones that have gotten canceled. And if he truly does fight tomorrow, I think it's going to definitely affect it. Ryan, sweet to see you tonight. Thanks for the live stream as always. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the support as always. It means even more. Ryan Sweet, Superbad, all-time great. That movie will always make me chuckle. It never gets old. The TVs are saying you should have a TV screen in the background too. I don't know how that would add much value to the background that I currently have. Good Will Hunting, one of my favorites. Funny enough, I haven't seen that movie yet. I know even October Sky, haven't watched that movie yet either. I need to get on my grind and watch that show. Wangi 77 since Step Brothers, yes. I love that movie too. I'm more of a comedy guy for sure. Tom TV saying Aldo versus Garbrandt. Is that a fight that's happening now? Is that something that I missed out on? Sorry, I gotta watch 2 feeds. That's why. I think they would MMA Junkie or somebody would file a report for me using their content. So maybe one day Lock of the Night could go down to the weigh-ins himself and just do a live stream on scene. He's asking for my prediction on Garbrandt and Aldo. I'd say I'd edge Aldo. I think Aldo has the chops to go out there and get it done. I'm very questionable about Garbrandt's chin. PG CDF seems to often have trouble making weight. He doesn't seem big at lightweight at all. Yeah, that's true. Ian, when maybe he means have the TV so you can watch the weigh-ins without having to go to another stream. Yeah, I just think that there's an issue if I show somebody else's stream on my stream. I'll hit up MMA Junkie and see if they'll allow me to do it. But I don't think they'd appreciate it because I'm sure they would rather have the views on their channel. Oh, look at that ink. Haven't seen that before, Lock. Yeah, I got some ink. Got my last name, Tribal Koi Fish, and then my parents' wedding anniversary under that. I'm a very family-oriented person. A lot of my tattoos are family-based. I have my parents' names in Punjabi on my chest. Then I have one on my calf, or in my leg area, lower leg area, that I got with my old college roommates. We just got our address at the place that we used to live at, tattooed there. And I got one with the wifey on my back. I'm not going to show that one to you guys, but one day I'll show that to you guys. But yeah, got a couple tats, hoping to get some more eventually, but I got to get my ass back in shape before I start inking out my body. PG seems like his body doesn't like cutting. Yep. Jung versus Ige prediction. I'd side with Jung. Cameron Remilder. Damn, that movie's a classic. One of Robin Williams' best. The whole cast killed it. Jimmy Green. Mo Green looks like he actually trained for this fight. This fight, best shape I've ever seen him in. Yeah, easily the best he's ever looked. Easily. Hagar appears. How did Tufan look on the scale? Didn't catch it. I don't think he looked greatest. He was very slow with getting to the scale. Didn't seem the fullest of energy. Seemed like the cut probably got to him. Could it affect his performance? Maybe. But I just wasn't a big fan of how he looked there. Tio took it in the chat. What's going on, my buddy? Wangi77, hell yeah, yak. Family first is always love the koi. Good stuff. Thank you, brother. How do you feel about the main event being canceled? Main event? Main event is not canceled. Don't be that guy, Dom. Oh, or sorry, you mean Corey Sandhagen versus TJ Dillashaw. Yeah, it sucks, but at least they're postponing it, so we still get to see these guys fight at a later date. Juan Repetis, I like me some Archuleta. Jake Soto got the Gregor fight, doesn't go to the decision at plus 130. It's starting to look a little bit better now, especially with how poor CDF looked on the scale. Thank you, Igor. Really appreciate it. Matthew Moore, talking about the anniversary. Just remember, it's my 5 years today. Happy anniversary, my guy. Got to go figure out something out now. Good luck this weekend. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude. My anniversary is coming up exactly a day short of a month. So June 6th is my anniversary. First wedding anniversary coming up. And then my parents' anniversary is actually the day after. My parents' anniversary is the day after my anniversary. It's actually going to be their 40th anniversary. So we got some fun stuff planned for that. Skywalker DFS saying, still trying to cut this COVID weight. Yeah, your boy got some quarantitties, as I like to call them. So trying to get that sorted out. I got to go hit the bag today. Bophobe, do you use a cloud lifter with your SM7B mic? If not, I definitely recommend one. I'm not using one, but a lot of people are saying that you don't really need it. I'm not really getting too many complaints about my audio, but I'm not sure how much it will help. And apparently it's really expensive, but your boy's caking right now, so maybe I'll invest into it, but not right off the bat. How will it help is my question, because I feel like this mic has been doing wonders for me already. How did Amanda Hebus, Angela Hill look? I think Hebus via sub here. What do you think? Am I crazy? I got Hill. I think she has the possibility to knock her out, but I think the most obvious outcome is the decision for Angela Hill. I thought they both look good on the scale. Nothing bad to say about either person. That's pretty dope. It's so close to the dates, yeah. Personally, me and the wife wanted like 6/6/2020. That's what we were after, like that specific number. And then it just so happened that my parents' anniversary is a day later. Do you give Peter Queally any shot against older Pitbull? He has a shot. I think he's live. I'm not taking the shot myself. I'm ultimately picking Pitbull to win that fight. But yeah, he does have a shot. He's a scrapper. And obviously, the older Pitbull is not like the younger Pitbull. So Queally could absolutely pull off the upset. Super look, wow, money coming in on Diego Ferreira on my book. Interesting. Maybe they just didn't see how Ferreira looked on the scale. BLT, Hill's gotten pretty good at surviving getting up. I agree. And then on the feet, I think it's going to be absolutely one-sided. Absolutely one-sided. At Murtanen, thoughts on Mixed Morales fight doesn't go to decision. I like it. Green Lima fight doesn't go to decision. Probably I like it. Rich Screen by sub plus 450 right now, looking solid. I'm not touching that fight at all, but good luck to you if you do. What's with all the CDF love? I don't see him submitting Gregor from the bottom. What do I know? We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I think Gregor grinds him up, but he could possibly finish him now, considering how bad CDF looked on the scales. Skywalker DFS, yeah, man, me too. The skinny fat is hard to get rid of. You tell me about it. Average Joe Hajario de Lima weighing in at 265 is such a shit show. That's just how he always weighs in, though. Cameron Remiller is saying I'm leaving 1K plus on the table over on DK. You think that's too much? Nah, man. There's a ton of live dogs on one of my lineups. Let me just pull it up real quick. One of my lineups. I'm not going to give you the exact lineup, but one of my lineups, I'm leaving. Why aren't you coming up? I'm leaving 2,600 on the table, and I feel very comfortable with it. I'm still trying to find if I hit on the scale. About to double down on Gregor. I wouldn't blame you for that. Wongy77, I have a rough time not betting Angela Hill, even though she seems to get robbed every other fight. She's dog tough and fights a full 50 minutes every time. I think she's not going to have that much resistance to deal with on the feet here. It's just going to come down to how she reacts in those grappling and clinch positions, and if she's able to truly nullify the takedown threat of Amanda Hebos, this fight's going to look one-sided, completely one-sided, with the potential for a Angie Hill finish, I think. Danny Lopez asking how Tafon looked. I don't think he looked the greatest. Again, he was very slow getting to the scale. Again, I think he's looked better in the past. Let's just put it that way. Dom Tom TV is saying Water Snacks KO round 4. I'm thinking it's more so going to be a sub, but I'd take a finish either which way. Gary Philbrick, the Dog Night Challenge is going to be interesting this week. So many dogs. Yeah, I agree. Dam Lins is ill and out of the fight versus Rothwell. Yeah, we lost 2 fights today. Rexley, Campbell Claris under 2.5 plus 100. Is that a lock? I wouldn't say it's a lock. I don't mind it. I think Claris wins by. You know what? No, I think Claris finishes him. What did I put on the? I can't even remember what I put on the Patreon last night. Holy fuck. Speaking of Patreon, that shit just got lit. We just got so many new members while I was doing this this live stream. Shout out to everybody that hit up the Patreon just now. 370 patrons. It might even be more than that. Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, 370. Goddamn. Shout out to everybody that hopped on the Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I can reward you guys with some dubs over the next 2 fights or the next 2 events. Yeah, under 2.5 plus 105 is what I gave out as one of the best bets for Corrales versus Gamble. Yeah, I think it's going to be a slugfest. I wouldn't call it a lock, but I do like it as a play. Skywalker DFS, yeah, I'm leaving money on the table. It's good because it makes your lineups different from the pack. Yeah, exactly. Brian Anthony, I just got Gregor inside the distance as plus 390. I don't think that's a bad spot, brother. Agreed. The only thing that scares me in the Hill fight is if Hebos gets her back or has success holding her down. Yeah. It's a possibility, but I'm willing to take the underdog shot here on Angela Hill. Wongy77, hit that like button. Yes, please. I did say I want to try to make it to 100 likes before the end of this video. I know the weigh-ins are over with, but we'll stick around for the stare downs here. What do you at? 89 likes. Oh, so close. So close. All right, let's get these guys. There we go. We're getting started. Let's see how this looks. Mr. Sean Shelby on the stage. A lot of people confident on Carlston Harris in this matchup. Definitely has a size advantage here. think we see him get a success or have a successful debut. Tefon still taking his time getting to the scale or getting to the stage. I don't know if that's just his demeanor or whatever it is, but yeah, Tefon not looking much bigger than I thought he'd look against Park here. So according to the metrics, Trezano's going to have about a 3 or 4 inch height advantage here. Let's see how it looks with them actually staring down against each other. I don't see it. They look the same fucking height. It might be the shoes issue. I wish they kind of zoom out so we can see what the shoe issue is looking like. But Trezano definitely doesn't look 4 inches taller than him. Now, Kaldakis has a 3 inch height advantage on Hawes. I think we'll definitely see it pronounced here. Yeah, he is huge. Dawkins is huge for this division. I can't wait for that fight. That's going to be a great fight. Angela Hill, Amanda Heifos. For some reason, I expected Heifos to look slightly bigger than her, and it doesn't look that big, which gives me slightly even more confidence here in Angie Hill, who looks even stronger, physically speaking. I think she'll struggle with getting her down. CDF kind of walking properly now. CDF doesn't look that much bigger than him, though. Still looked a little bit labored, I'll say that. Ground Zero saying Hill is noticeably stronger. Yeah, it looks like it. She looks a little bit more cut up. Here come the big boys. Gavin Wolf asking about Alex Morono. I don't think he's a good dog, to be honest. Greco Neko saying Mariana will win and you will eat your words. Cool. Thanks for coming by and only ever giving that type of energy, Greco. Appreciate it. So, Rummy in the chat, thank you for stopping by. Neil Magny looking tall and big as he always does against his opponents. Funny that the only for this guy to like look decent on the scales was the guy that took the fight on short notice. Let's see how pronounced the size advantage here is for Marina Rodriguez. Not as much as I thought it would be. I like it. I like it. Every bet that I have, every lean that I have, I feel just as strongly about post weigh-ins. And that's always great. All right, I'll take a couple more questions here, then I'm going to hop off the stream. And then again, I'll be back at 3 p.m. So just about 45 minutes talking about Bellator. In the meantime, I'll be doing a quick recording for the Prize Picks Tips video which probably won't be out before the 3 p.m. stream. Now that I'm thinking about it, especially now that it's almost 2:15, but I'll try to drop it right after the Bellator stream. But I do want to record it before I do the Bellator stream. So if you guys are not doing anything on this Friday afternoon, please do join me at 3 o'clock to talk some Bellator. Again, it'll probably only be about a half an hour stream, but still appreciate the support and the love as always. Let's just quickly see what the chat's saying here, and I'll quickly get out of here. Biggs Omega saying, do you think the weight miss for CDF changes much? Yeah, he didn't look good on the scale at all. I kind of like Gregor inside the distance a little bit more rather than taking him by decision. Blaze Towns fan, keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Michelle looks thick. I agree. Brian Anthony. Ground Zero saying, I'm surprised Morono is the underdog restoring his shot. I kind of disagree. I think Morono's going to have a tough time putting him away. Buffalo on the beat saying Marina didn't look that much bigger. I thought she would, but she didn't. You're right. Chukwi canceled. They did face off. I think you just missed it, brother. Buffalo on the beat saying get some lunch. Yeah, I'm probably going to grab something to eat very shortly too. Wongy77, thanks again for the great stream. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you stopping by. Lock of the night, do you still have the same dogs as you had on the Die Hard MMA podcast? Yes. I haven't changed my stance on any of them yet. Gold lines are popping behind you, bro. I know. They look dope, eh? Justin Villegas, you see tired. Hope to see you tonight. Oh, I'll be there. Don't worry. I ain't missing that stream for the world. JYP and Dalkis blew me away with how well he sized up with their opponents. Yeah, I agree. I thought Tefon would look much bigger. Even Marina, I thought she'd look much bigger. She didn't. Is what it is. All right. If you guys want to support your boy, as always, Patreon, hit the link in the description. Appreciate everybody that hopped on the Patreon during the stream. The number has gone up a little bit, and we are close to in that 400 number before we get to the big pay-per-view next week, and hopefully I can pass that number. That'll be great. Obviously, hitting the lock of the night play tonight would help. Hitting the lock of the night play tomorrow night will help. So hopefully we can keep this streak going on, and I'm very confident in them, so we'll see how it goes down. Appreciate everybody checking it out. Smash that like on the way out. Let's see if we hit 100. Did we hit 100? 97. God damn it, guys. It's so close. I'm sure on the replay we might get some people that hit that like. But either way, appreciate everybody stopping by. I'll see you guys in 45 minutes for the Bellator stream. Peace out. Enjoy your 45 minutes without me.